What's good, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to recreate a vintage Biggie Smalls t-shirt. Hopefully, you can pick up some tips and tricks on the way that helps you in your design process. Let's get into it. Alright, so here we are in Photoshop. This is the original vintage t-shirt that I got the design from, and I thought it was a pretty dope shirt. Just basically going to show you guys the entire process of what probably went into whoever designed the shirt, what they were thinking and how to design it. So this is the original, and this is what I created. So I think it's pretty damn similar if you ask me. Yeah, I'm gonna walk you guys through how I did it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Set this image over here, create a new document, 20 inches by 25 inches, 300 pixels resolution. I'm gonna leave this right here just as a guide of what to do. So we're gonna come in and of course make the background black. We're going to bring in the original image. Really takes up the whole size of the document. So let's just go ahead and scale this up to about so. Let's just actually go ahead and bring it all the way to the top. Snaps. There we go. I got lucky with finding this image. It took me like 30 minutes. I was about to give up and I found the original. Finding the exact images of this is probably the hardest thing. That and the fonts, like finding exactly what was used, because some of this stuff is like very obscure. So man, leave a like, bro, because there's a lot of research that go into this. We're gonna just duplicate this one just so we have a backup of the original. Turn the eye off on that. We're gonna right click, rasterize it. I'm gonna take my rectangle tool here and make sure that the feather at the top right here is on 50 or something similar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much select the whole document like this, like that. Then we're gonna click the mask tool. Actually, we're gonna make it a little bit more inside than that. So about so. And then just click the mask tool. It'll get rid of the background, you know, so you still have those black edges. We're gonna play around with some color corrections in a little bit here, but we just wanna kind of build the image out. Let's actually work on the text now that we have the main image in. I believe the text that is used for this is Cooper. Yes, it's Cooper. I use Cooper here. If you need the font, check down in the description. I have a pack of a bunch of old school 90 fonts that you can just install and have ready to go. It's free, so you just go down there, drop your email, you got it. Just go ahead, just add this text. And shout out to Biggie, man. I love Biggie. This is my favorite Biggie song. I ain't gonna lie, I probably have to say Warning. Warning was tough. Who the fuck is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning? Crack of dawn, now I'm yawn. Wipe the cold out my eye. See who's this paging me and why. Alright, so we got the notorious font right here. Next, it's actually a different font right here, and I believe this font is called Mistral. Yeah. It's a really common font for the time after. So we're gonna make this a little bit smaller as well. This font is in the pack as well. Now with this curved font at the top, I'm gonna take a little bit of a different approach with it because, you know, it has a different font in the middle. It's a different size, a different text style, all of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do life, all caps, add some spaces. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have a little trial and error with this. Let's actually make this way smaller. So there we go. And obviously it's just a textile. I mean, a warp text right here at the top. Click that, and it's an arc. No, it's not an arc. I'm lying. It's an arc lower. Then we're gonna make it negative. So let's make it about -20. Then we're gonna just hit Control T, or you can go into another way to do this. You can go into your Properties tab, no, Character tab, I'm sorry, and you can just increase the height with this, like so. Either way works. Then we're gonna actually, let's go back here, and then we're gonna make it a little bit shorter. Actually nudge it over some. I think that's pretty good. There we go. Now, another trick that we're gonna have to do is we're gonna duplicate this layer. Now you only want to do this, well, you can do this 2 ways. So let's duplicate it one more time. So we have 3 copies of the same text. Let's turn the eye off the bottom one, just so we can have a backup copy of it. Then we're going to right click on this one, and we're gonna rasterize it. So rasterize type, and do the same here. Rasterize type. I'm gonna select this rectangle tool, turn the feather off, put it on 0. And right now we're just gonna rename this one. We're just gonna put life. So take that rectangle tool, highlight the death part, and just delete it. So see, now we just have the life text right here, and we're gonna do the same thing for this one. So come here on this other layer, not on the life one, on the other one on top of it, and delete the life on that one. Deselect. I'm just gonna call it death. Really simple. Now we turn both of them on, we still have both. And we can apply different layer styles to them and kind of like move them individually. Let's go ahead and add this final BIG at the end. I don't want that one. Let's just actually duplicate this Notorious. And then we're gonna move it down like so. We're gonna type B, 5 spaces I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G. Then we're gonna make it bigger. Oh, Diddy. Move that down. There we go. Now, going to just hit a period, like so. All right. 540 sounds good. Then we're gonna duplicate this. Hold shift while doing it. There we go. Now, for the BIG text, I'm actually going to make this taller and wider. Actually, not wider, just taller. Move them down. Next, we're gonna move these 2 down as well. And our text is almost done. Now, we're just gonna apply the text styles. So I have every text style in this picture available in my pure 1990s textile kit. It's not out just yet, but it's coming out probably in the next week or so. So if you're watching this video after like a week, it's out. Let's go here to styles. And these textiles were basically crafted after designs like this. They're pretty much close to identical. Just click on the life. I'm gonna click this purple one. Boom. Click this after. Believe it's this one right here. Boom. Gonna come to the death one, and it's going to be this one right here. Oh no, it's not that. It's actually this one. Then we're gonna come to the D. Believe it's that one, yeah. Come to the Notorious. Click that one right there. You can come to the BIG. That one right there. That one right there. And the BIG is this one right here. And big chunk of it is done already. So next, I'm just gonna bring this image in. First, we're gonna make a new layer on top of it. Right. And we're gonna zoom in on Mr. Frank White. Okay, so we're gonna grab a brush. I'm just gonna select the hard brown right here. And we're gonna grab a blue, like a deep blue, something like this. We're gonna set our empty layer right now to overlay, and we're just gonna color them in. It's okay if you go over the edges, like I just did right there. It's fine. Clean that up really quickly, just for time's sake, yeah, just for the demonstration. Actually, I'm gonna go over the edges a little bit on purpose. So, just fill them in. Let's make the brush a little bit smaller. Let's get the top. Just like that. Close to the fingers as possible because we're gonna do a different color on the fingers. Yeah, that's the visible part. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna control click on our actual mask right here, and let's go back to the layer that we just did the paint on. Control Shift I and delete, and it's basically going to highlight the selection of the mask, and you come here and it just deletes everything that was over the sides or whatever. So we're actually going to stay, well, we can make a new layer, set this one to overlay as well, and we're going to actually fill in the skin tone. So we're going to use like somewhat of a lighter brown, going towards red type color. And for this one, just trying to be a little bit more careful as regard to edges. So just gonna kind of go around the outside first, like so. Or another way you can do this is like just like with the pen tool, and you can just make the selection after you're finished and turn it into a selection and just fill it with the same color. That way you have a little bit more control, but I just find this to be faster personally. Fill that in, and the skin tone is done for the face. Now let's do the hands. Right. Okay, so this will part of the hands. And now we have brought color to Mr. Biggie Smalls. Now the next thing obviously is color here of the main image. So let's go right here to this half circle at the bottom, and we're going to go to black and white because we're gonna make this a black and white image. Then we're gonna go to create clipping mask. We're just gonna leave it at default right now, and we're gonna build on it. Selective color. Again, these selective colors come from my throwback tints selective color pack that's available on my website, link in the description. I believe I used 10 on this one. So this one's gonna give it kind of a slight vintage color. So let's do curves, just to bring out some of the brightness here. You wanna just kind of mess around with it, see what you can come up with. Make sure there's a clipping mask as well. Let's try the vibrance. Clipping mask. And pretty sure you did a color balance just to touch up on some of the highlights. Some of the highlights. Tiny bit of the red here. We're gonna come in again with the curves. Add a levels just to kind of bring out some more of the black in it. I'm also going to touch up some of the selected color. Cyan. red there. Back to curves. Let's actually remove this curve, and I'm gonna add a brightness and contrast. Color balance, mid-tones, highlights. So there you go. We're just gonna take this off real quick. Control A, Control Shift C. Then we're gonna bring it into our auto builder just to give it that vintage effect. I already have it here, so save that just so you guys can kind of get like a idea of the final product. Here with the distortion and the halftones and stuff, very detailed. Here's the original, and here's what we came up with. So I think that's pretty close. Obviously, it's not gonna be 100% perfect or accurate because, like I said, this image was made in the 90s. I'm highly sure of it. But yeah, that's just the design process that went into it. Again, with these old vintage designs, it's not too much. They all kind of have the same type of basis, you know, very flashy standout text, simple images, probably 3 or 4 images max of the person that's featured on the shirt, and multicolored, you know, text with different details and stuff in it. I hope you guys learn, you know, some valuable things that you can implement in your own designs with this. Again, everything that I used is available in the description. It's on my website. The fonts are free, and the textile pack will be available soon. That's pretty much it. I got a couple more tutorials similar to this one coming out. Stay tuned, like the video if you like the tutorial, subscribe, and we out.